At Oracle Arena, Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Matt Steinmetz with you. And the Warriors, you got to keep up with all the introductions and all the dance moves as they have fun with it. Our Southwest Airlines starting lineups. Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes gets the start, and that's for defensive aggressiveness with Chris Webber in the middle, Monte Ellis and Baron Davis. So Don Nelson looking at the fact that Gilbert Arenas is out, Antonio Daniels is out, and tweaking the lineup with Barnes getting the start, and maybe that's also to match the energy of Antoine Jamison.
I think with Barnes in the starting lineup, you're going to see them pressure the ball and get after it all over the court. He's a little better defensively.
Antoine Jamison, Andre Blatch, Brendan Haywood, Deshaun Stevenson, and Roger Mason. And the front line of the Wizards all had double-doubles for Eddie Jordan last night, losing a one-pointer at Phoenix. They lost 7 in a row, and it's primarily because Caron Butler has been injured, but they were at one point really rolling along. When you're sitting there at 24-19,
yes,
and in the playoff chase without Gilbert Arenas, that's a testament to how well the Wizards have played.
But in the East, you're probably going to see 2 teams under 500 make the playoffs. I talked to Eddie Jordan at length before the game, and he said Caron Butler is not going to be back until after the All-Star game. Antonio Daniels will be right back very, very soon, but Gilbert Arenas are going to hold back until he's healthy for sure.
Our Toyota Tundra keys to the game. What do you got for me, partner?
Well, when you look at this team, because they've got a converted point guard in Roger Mason, he's there out of necessity, pressure the point. And you do that, take them out of their offense. And then that's an important aspect of your defense, setting the tone. Eliminate second shots, great offensive rebounders in Jamison and Haywood, and that will kick in your transition game. If you eliminate those shots and clear the boards and drive the ball. I think if they drive the ball early, they just kind of set the tone, and then you're going to get wide open outside shots, and then it comes in a regular flow.
Well, that second shot point, they had 20 second chance points against the Suns. That negates your running game if you don't rebound, and I think it puts pressure on the Warrior guards to help out the front line in grabbing defensive rebounds tonight.
And the last time the Warriors played this team, back in mid-November, 18 offensive rebounds for Washington. That's too many.
A turnover early. Roger Mason Jr., a very good perimeter shooter, as he demonstrates right there.
You've got to get up on him because he will burn you.
Warriors beat Washington 123-115 earlier this season. In the last 5 meetings, they've put up points aplenty between both squads. You'll get an up-tempo game more than likely. Webber on Jamison. Missing the step back. Barron coming up with a steal and a new possession. Steven Jackson with the bad ankle and dropping in the 3. Asked Jackson if he was going to play tonight after badly spraining that ankle. He said, one more Wednesday and then the All-Star break.
There's the pressure from the point. They broke it, but that was still a good play.
What a delivery for Blatch behind the back. And Andre Blatch is a high schooler. And it really has evolved for the Wizards this year.
Well, he's got skills. Now, he's playing the 4 spot, but he really plays like a 3. And Barron just took that to trouble.
See Blatch, he had one behind the back pass and tried to finish like a little man, and Monte draws the charge. Blatch is 6'11", 248. He's a 49th pick in 05 out of South Kent Prep High School in Connecticut.
Monte just with that quickness got underneath, and I thought Blatch did a pretty good job of not just running over him, but couldn't avoid him. He's so big, and he's still learning. He's young. That's a contested shot.
Monte Ellis, you got news when he misses. 11 of 12 and 12 of 15 in his last 2 ball games.
And averaging over 28 points a game in his last 8 home games.
Juan Jamison missing the 3 and Webber with the rebound. Warriors in their Hardwood Classic. Blue unis, the homage to the 74-75 title team. Baron Davis stepped out of bounds.
I like the play they were running there because you run a pick and roll up high, they switch, and so rather than Monte trying to drive it, he just changes the ball, goes in the corner, and that's the same side Webber's on. They have a mismatch if they get it into it. I'm surprised they didn't.
Barnes opens on Blatch. Webber's got Haywood, Jackson and Jamison, and Antoine right to the cup.
And if you let him go right, you'll be looking at his rear end all night long.
Antoine averaging a double-double, 21 and 10. Jackson alone for 3, and Steven Jackson's hit a couple triples already to provide the Warriors 6 points.
He's the best flat-footed shooter in the league, isn't he? So he can have a sprained ankle and still launch that.
Against Washington in the first meeting, the Warriors' 16 made threes is their season high. Haywood, we talked about how he has had a breakout season offensively. Brendan Haywood shooting 53% from the field.
Never averaged double figures. He's averaging 10 points a game in only 27 minutes, by the way. That's a bad pass, a little low.
And Barnes, look what I found, and he puts it up and in.
Barnes is a very different game than Al Harrington. And defensively, he's going to be more proactive. And I think that's why he was inserted tonight.
Tough cover for Matt with Bloch. Can outleave Mason on the perimeter. Bloch, well played by Barnes. Monte in on Deshaun Stevenson. Spins around, hangs, and tried to pass. A good defense by Jamison, and 4 turnovers quickly by the Warriors. Deshaun Stevenson, 219 consecutive games. Got a little Iron Man streak going. And Barnes came over, got the block, but also the foul, and Haywood to the line.
Going to call it on Weber instead of Barnes.
And talk about Brendan Haywood. How about 74% free throwing? He was a career 59% free thrower. And that is a huge leap forward from the line this year. Obviously, Haywood did a lot of shooting in the offseason because the mid-range jumper, the foul shot. You don't normally see someone this late in their career, Jim, take that huge step forward.
Unless they take a concerted effort, make a concerted effort in the offseason to improve, and that's what it takes. And get past that little mental phobia that you have.
Brendan Haywood was 6 of Washington's 10. It's an excellent effort by the Wizards last night and losing by 1 to Phoenix.
Nice look.
Jackson was so open, he shot it over the rim and backboard with the layup. Roger Mason missing. Antoine the offensive rebound.
Mason loves the 3.
And he drops one in. Roger Mason Jr. is a 36% three-point shooter. He's only missed 1 free throw all year.
60% of his shots come from three-point range.
Jackson finally got blocked up in the air, and he was fouled. We have talked far too often about the Warriors' first quarter struggles defensively. 17 times this year, the Warriors have been down by 10 in the first quarter. 6 and 11 in those games. And the Wizards open shooting 63% as Dominic McGuire checks in. Second round pick in last year's draft. The Bulldog out of Fresno State. Matt Barnes rattling out the 3. Double in the corner, kick it out to Stevenson, and Baron fouled him shooting a 3. Now, Baron Davis fouled out of the Sacramento game. Picked up his 5th foul midway through the 3rd quarter, and they were not what you would call, or what Don Nelson would call, good fouls. And some of them just kind of careless and un-Baron-like.
Well, that would be a careless foul, right? You do not want to bail out a jump shooter from three-point range. Now, he's at 37%, is Stevenson. He's made more than anybody on the team this year. That's because Gilbert Arenas has only played in 8 games. But he has improved in that area, but still, he's a streak shooter. He's not a downright dead-eye shooter night in, night out.
The Wizards are an 80% free-throwing team, and he gets one more as he was fouled shooting a 3.
3rd best in the league are the Wizards.
What's amazing is you think of Caron Butler's a 91% free thrower. Roger Mason's 27 of 28, 96%. Singaila's a 93% free throw shooter. They don't only have 3 guys in their team shooting 90 from the line, and Barnes rebounding the 3rd miss. Tried to get it to Weber. You see the good hands, and Weber laying it in.